Welcome to this video from LOF Clutches. Today we're going to show you how to fit the TDI fork retaining springs. These are made exclusively by LOF and they come in every clutch kit. They're designed for the pressed steel clutch fork as shown here, and they retain the push rod and the release bearing. So we're going to start by taking the push rod retaining clip, which is this one here, and the push rod itself, and you have to insert the push rod like so that it's retained like this. Next you want to take the two ends and squeeze them together, and then taking your clutch fork with the small oval hole, you're going to insert the two ends into the fork. Then if you squeeze them together, you'll be able to push them like so into the fork. And there we have the clip installed. So that works solid, can't come out, and it's a permanent solution. So that one's nice and easy. Next, we're going to take the other end of the fork and we're going to put the slipper pads onto the fork. Now, you may want to put a small amount of grease in here. Whilst I remember, you also might want to put a small amount of grease in here like so that the push rod and the fork have got a barrier between them of grease, stop it wearing out. These, you can use the grease like glue and just use it to stick the slipper pads onto the fork. Like that. Next, you're going to take your bearing. This is the extreme spec bearing as supplied in the power and extreme spec clutch kits from LOF, and you need to work out which way round that sits on the fork. So that sits like this. Then you're going to take the bearing, you're going to take the clip like so, and you're going to insert the push rod, the wire clip into the bearing, into one side, and then into the other side of the bearing like so. And you will end up with the clip looking like that. Next, you want to take your fork and pass the fork through the clip like that. And that is how the bearing sits onto the fork with the clip holding the bearing. When this is all in position, you'll find that this is tightened up and it acts to hold the bearing tight to the fork. So that is the final assembly. Then you can go and insert this onto the gearbox, inserting the push rod end first, sliding this onto the guide tube and catching the pivot ball. It's worth mentioning that there should be some grease between the slipper pads and the bearing, and also some grease on the back of the pivot. Thanks for watching our video from LOF Clutches showing how to fit the bearing retaining clips. Hope you've enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and check out our other videos. We'll see you soon.